this is Mr. Nikila and welcome to my weekly math lessons. What we're going to learn now is identifying relationships and angle measurements. But we have to read our directions. The first thing to do is to draw an arc for each of the identified angle. And once you do that, once you have done that, you will identify the angle relationship. There's a name on the side of the board. And then finally find the measure of each of the angle indicated. So let's start with number 1. Okay. So the first thing to do is to draw an arc so that it would be very clear to us which angle is identified. So what kind of angle relationship is this?
Corresponding.
Is this corresponding? They are both on left
consecutive.
Consecutive interior. Okay, write that name here. Oh, I'm gonna use red. Consecutive interior. It's too big. Okay. And what's with consecutive interior? That's 110. And they should be what? Are they congruent or they add up to 180?
Add up to 180.
Yep. And that is called supplementary.
Supplementary?
That they add up to 180, angle 1 plus angle 2. So let's consider this one as our angle 1 and this is our angle 2. And we add them and that's equal to 180. So that's 110 plus, we're not going to use the question mark, we're going to use the x equals 180. Now remember your algebra 1. What do we need to do with the 110? That's positive 110.
Minus 110.
Minus 110. Do the same to the other side. Long equals sign. And we're going to be adding vertically 110 minus 110. That's 0. But you still have x on the left side. X is equal 70. Yep, and this is the measurement. Don't forget to write
Degrees.
the degree symbol. There you go. So this x right here is 70. You can write 70 there. And angle. Yeah, on this one. Let's try another one. Number 2. Let's draw an arc of the angle identified. For those who already know, you don't need to do the arc anymore, but for those who are visual, the arc actually enhances the idea that these are the angles that are identified. So what's the name of this angle relationship?
That is alternate exterior angle.
Alternate exterior, that's correct. Alternate exterior angles. Okay. And what's with alternate exterior angles? Are they congruent?
Yes, they are actually.
They are congruent. You can write the word congruent to remind you that they are equal to each other. And as being congruent, you set them equal. So for x, for the question mark, let's replace it with x. That's supposed to be your angle 1 equals angle 2, and your angle 2 is 58. So that's it. your question mark is 58 degrees, or your x is 58. You can write it here, 58. They're basically the same or congruent angles. Number 3. So here is an identified angle, and this one,
This one looks like vertical angles.
they're not vertical. They are right next to each other,
Corresponding maybe. Oh wait, no.
not corresponding.
J.
Adjacent, yes.
Adjacent.
Yeah. They are adjacent angles. Or this is what we call linear pair. I can put a slash linear pair to remind you that this is supplementary, because they create a line. So supplementary, that means angle 1 plus angle 2 equals
180.
180. Correct. So our angle 1 here, let's say 107, and plus the question mark, let's replace it with x equals 180. Yep, algebra, what do we do with 107?
Minus.
Minus 107 both sides. Same thing to the right side. And yep, simple arithmetic. That's 0. You only have x left on the left side. And what is x equal to?
73.
73. And because that is a measure of the angle, don't forget to write the degrees. Okay, you can write it closer here. 73 degrees. Good. Okay. Number 4. Here's this and this. What do you call this? Angle relationship.
This one is vertical.
This one is vertical, that's correct. Vertical angles. What's with vertical angles? They are?
The same.
They're the same. What's the geometry term for the same?
Congruent.
Congruent, yeah. Basically, that's angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So let's replace the question mark with x. That's angle 1 is congruent or equal to 79 degrees. So this is 79 degrees. Yeah, okay. So we have examples of consecutive interior, alternate exterior, vertical, adjacent. Let's take a look at this. Number 5. $120 and this.
That is vertical. No, not vertical. What's it? Alternate exterior.
Alternate exterior. That's correct. And if they are alternate exterior, they must be what?
The same.
The same or
Congruent.
congruent. Yep. And that's angle 1 equals angle 2. This is our angle 2, let's say. You can actually switch them. This could be your angle 1, which is your x. So x is equal 120. There you go. So this question mark here is 120 degrees, basically the same. So that's the 5th one. Do we have alternate interior already? Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, we have both alternate exterior. Okay, what about number 6?
I think this one is alternate exterior.
Exterior, interior?
Interior, sorry.
Interior, because they are both inside the parallel, these two parallel lines. So once they are inside these two parallel lines, that's interior. Alternate interior. Alternate because they are on both, they are on the left and on the right. They are alternate, opposing sides. Okay. And what's with the alternate interior? Are they supplementary or congruent?
Congruent.
Congruent. Basically, they are the same. We just write the word congruent because this is our notes and our guide. But when you answer a test, you don't need to write the word congruent anymore. So I'll replace the question mark with an X. That's going to be our angle 1 is equal to or congruent with angle 2, which is 60 degrees. Therefore, X or the question mark is also 60 degrees. Do we have examples of all, or we're missing one? We're missing one.
We're missing one more.
We already had adjacent. Oh, do we have consecutive interior, alternate? We don't have example of
Corresponding.
corresponding. Yeah. Okay. So we'll move to the next one. We'll stop here. We'll stop this video here.